My first guest tonight is a terrific actor. He is in the best show on television right now. The best show on television. It's have you got Netflix?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, it's called Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, that's right.
It's about a criminal gang in Britain at the end of the First World War.
Right.
It's like I watched it. I was like, what the? Tutti frutti.
Yeah.
This is like a. That's how they speak in Peaky Blinders.
What the hell, man?
I thought I'd try and sneak it in.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Anyway, Peaky Blinders seasons 1 and 2 are on Netflix. Take a look at this. That is a great show.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy, everybody. Cillian Murphy. Congratulations. I am not kidding. I came in one day and said to everybody, I didn't, before I even knew you were on, I said, you've got to see this show. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks, man.
Were you aware when you were putting it together of just how crazy this thing is?
It's pretty wild. Yeah, no, I mean, I read the first 2 scripts.
Right.
You know, and
that's your mistake. Never do that as an actor.
Yeah. Well, if you go off the name alone, it doesn't reveal much. You know?
I know. I thought it was about dancing or something. You know.
Really, you can't tell.
Right.
But it was so compelling and so unusual and unique, and yeah, I was hooked immediately.
The name Peaky Blinders is the name of the gang, right? And they were a real gang in Birmingham. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. And I mean, the name. Kind of the clue is in the title, I guess, but they had these, you know, the peaked cap, which is like the uniform of the working class in Britain and Ireland, and so they used to sew razor blades into the peak of the cap, and that
so that they could take your because they used to do that in Glasgow in the razor gangs. They would sew them into the lapel, so when you grabbed somebody, you'd lose your fingers. It's
not pleasant.
No, it's not, and that's why I moved into comedy. But what's interesting to me is you're Irish, clearly, and you play someone from Birmingham who's interacting with a lot of Irish people.
Yes.
Do you ever sit with an actor and think, that's not very good, that accent you're doing?
Well, the thing about this was that everybody was doing different accents.
Right.
Like, I was doing Birmingham. The Irish characters were like, you know, the Annabelle Wallace who plays Irish, she's raised in Portugal. Sam Neill, he's a Kiwi, he's playing Belfast.
Sam Neill's accent is great in this, isn't it? Yeah, he sounds a bit like Ian Paisley. Yeah, is that what he did? Is that what the accent he was looking at?
I think he was going for a bit of that.
Right.
Yeah, fire and brimstone.
It's really weird. It's such an odd show. It's like The Wire made by Kurosawa in Britain at the turn of the century. It's nuts.
It's a great description.
Well, it kind of is. It's just bananas.
Yeah.
And what I'm fascinated by as well is that it's a working class story.
That's the thing. You see, I think in Britain, for ages, like the upper middle class and the aristocracy are so well represented in drama, but never really the working class.
Right, it's all Downton Abbey. I say, Charles, no, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of that. And the thing is, in America, the working class are kind of mythologized, you know, like in gangster shows, and so we hadn't really done that. So it was kind of, you know, it was time for that to happen, I think.
And Winston Churchill is a character, not a sympathetic character in the show.
Not really, no. No, he did some bad stuff as well as some great stuff.
Right, yeah. You know? I mean, it was the thing about Churchill is people forget, because they used to say in Britain, I don't know if he's the right man, but he was the right man for the job then.
Exactly.
Which they also used to say about Stalin. You know, it's like... It's like to stop Hitler, you needed a kind of neutron bomb like that.
Yeah.
But it was, it's an astonishing, because my grandfather hated Winston Churchill.
Right.
And you never got that because he put machine guns out in George Square in Glasgow when they thought there was going to be a revolution before the First World War, and then during and after.
Yeah, he wasn't a very popular man in Ireland back then.
Oh no, I suppose not.
But I think in like my character, what my character sees in him in the show is that he did go to the trenches, and he did.
He was. That's true. You know, he was the real deal.
Yeah. So you got to hand that to him. But yeah, it's fascinating to have somebody like that as a main or a featured character in a show like that. You know, a major historical figure.
Now, the character that you play is was he a real guy? Did he really exist?
There was a Shelby family. Yeah. In fact, the writer Steve Knight is from Birmingham. So and he, you know, all these stories were passed down to him through his parents. Through his, I think his mother was like a runner for an illegal bookmaking gang.
Good Lord.
So he had them as a child, and these memories, and he wanted to tell this story. And so this family did exist, and he always used to remember them as being incredibly dapper, despite not having much money, and you know, and very fierce. And then he just, I suppose, expanded that and created.
And goes into his own roman à clef.
Yes.
You like. What about the horse riding? You do some. Is that you riding that horse?
That is.
It's not, is it?
No. No. It is. It's a real horse. You
see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They do it right.
Yeah. He's a real horse, and he was. Yeah, I had to do bareback. Right.
I saw it in the very first scene of the first episode when you ride it, because my wife is big on horses.
Oh, right.
And she's watching and she's going, oh, he's good. He can actually do it. And well, it's like, oh, so we get to watch it then?
Well, it's that classic actor thing of, you know, do you fence? Do you ride horses? Do you drive a car? Yes, of course I do. But you don't, you know, I can't do any of those things.
Can you drive a car?
I have recently learned how to drive a car.
Is that true?
Yeah.
But it's because you live in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I lived in London. There's no need to have a car in London. It's a waste of time. It's just a way to get parking tickets.
It kind of is, yeah.
Whereabouts in London do you live? General kind of...
I live in Queen's Park. Do you know?
I used to live in Hartland Road.
Really?
Yes!
Oh,
just next to the subway station,
well,
or the London Underground.
That is mad.
I used to go to the discount chicken place right on the corner.
It's now Mr. Fish.
Oh, well, there you are. I could, although, and I'm now a vegan, so well, I can't, Do you ever do that? Do you ever do the vegans?
No, I'm not. I can't. I was vegetarian for like 12 years.
What happened? Bacon sandwich?
No, it wasn't the bacon sandwich. It was, I went venison.
Venison?
Yeah.
You flash bastard.
I know. And I felt amazing afterwards.
What, you ate Bambi?
Yeah.
For 12 years you didn't eat meat and then you ate Bambi?
It tasted so good.
We'll be right back with Cillian Murphy, everybody. Cillian Murphy. I'm here with Cillian Murphy, and we were talking about the Peaky Blinders, which is the best show on television, with the exception of all the great shows on CBS. But you still live in London.
I do, yeah.
And do you make the show in London, or do you make it in Birmingham?
No, we don't make it in Birmingham because the Birmingham of that period was just doesn't exist anymore.
It was bombed out of existence in the war, yeah.
I suppose planning as well.
Right.
Raise a lot of it to the ground. So we shoot it in Manchester and Liverpool.
Right. Because the accent, the Birmingham accent, is actually very hard. Yeah. It's one of those ones that people, if they get it slightly wrong, they go into Pakistani.
Yeah. Or South African.
Or South African is like, hello, I'm from Birmingham. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
It is.
And it's to sort of make it sound cool as well. Or not cool, but, you know, if you're a gangster, it's important to have some element of...
Yes, not that we're for a moment suggesting that a life of crime is cool.
No.
Although we don't make movies about people who just live normal, happy lives.
This is it.
Do you ever read a script and go, nah, this guy's too much of a bastard, I can't do it?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think, and it's great fun playing like a down-the-line bad guy, but what's much more interesting is someone that's like a mixture of
moral ambiguity.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
and it seems to be that, like, that seems to be the way telly is moving. It's all about, like, you know, the sort of the anti-hero and...
Well, I think television now is because most people that used to go and see thoughtful movies don't go and see thoughtful movies. They stay home and they watch thoughtful movies on television.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting thing. So movies now are like, you know, shoot 'em up, rock and sock 'em, you know, or kids movies, which is fine.
Yeah.
You ever done one of them?
Which one?
Well, the 28 Days Later thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was
good fun.
A lot of zombie action in that.
A lot of zombies in that.
You took your complete clothes off. You went full Kardashian in that movie.
Yeah, I did do that. Yes, thanks. Now everyone will be like Googling that right now.
Find it on the internet. You don't necessarily have to use Google. You can use whatever search engine is legal on CBS. So, do you have a pet?
I have a cat, yes.
Oh, really? A cat, you said?
Yes, I do.
Got a cat?
He's a ginger cat.
You have no idea what kind of cat he is, do you? So you have a cat, and you live in London, and you have children?
I do.
How many?
I have 2 boys.
Well, that's enough.
Yeah, it is.
I have 2 boys, too.
Do you? How old?
13 and 3.
Oh, wow. This is...
Yeah, Scottish people ejaculate once every 10 years. It's like, you know these big orchids in the jungle that once every 10 years just like that? And whoever's around gets pregnant.
Wow.
And
that's...
I thought it was the same with the Irish.
It can be, I think. Yeah, I got lucky, I guess. Yeah.
What age are your kids?
They're 9 and 7, so...
So you got right back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, it took 2 years, but I did it. So,
yeah, no, good for you. And that's it, no more. So your boys go to school there. Are they going to be actors, you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would you like them to be actors?
I don't think you can really stop it, can you?
No, you can't.
Is the thing. I mean, yeah, as long as they're not goths, I don't mind.
Not what?
Goths.
Goths?
As in G-O-T-H-S.
Oh, goths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do THs very well in Ireland. No.
No. Yeah. And I've been here so long that I didn't understand a word of what you said.
Yeah.
What part of Ireland are you from?
Cork.
Ah, that's down the bottom.
Yeah, down
I know
south.
where it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
My family are from Donegal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Beautiful there.
Yeah, no, I think so, yeah. I've never been to Cork, except the airport.
Haven't you? Yeah. It's second county in Ireland. It's very beautiful.
There you are.
Yeah, it's kind of like Birmingham, you know, the second city syndrome. But it's beautiful.
Do you do theatre in that very swanky theatre in Dublin? What's it called? The
which one?
There's that very famous theatre in Dublin.
The Gaiety.
Yeah, why not?
The Abbey.
The Abbey is what I'm thinking.
The Abbey, the National Theatre.
Yeah.
No, I've never worked in the Abbey actually.
But you do a lot of theatre.
I do a lot of theatre, yeah, but I have never worked in the Abbey.
Do you do the Shakespeare?
I have never done Shakespeare. See,
it's about time, son.
Do you think?
It's about time. It's a high diddly dee Hamlet.
I don't know. I kind of a bit of a... I never trained, so I'd be a little, like, anxious about the whole Shakespeare thing.
Well, I think that sometimes, though, if you look at Shakespeare... I mean, I was just thinking about the show you've done.
Yeah.
Right? And if you look at that Peaky Blinders show, and season 3 has just been announced, right?
That's right.
Right, so congratulations on that. That's great. But the
Thank you.
You know, I was kind of like... You guys are like, oh, all right. We haven't seen it yet, so we don't know if we're happy about it. But I think that a naturalized approach to stories which have been told more than once is a very good idea.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you look at that period in history, with what's the name of the director, the guy who put it together?
Otto Bathurst. Yeah, he's
a bit of a star.
He's very good. He's very talented, and he directed the first 3. And then Tom Harper directed the second 3. And then
That's
Colin
just
McCarthy.
the same 2 guys over and over again?
No, Colin McCarthy did the second season, second block.
All right, I haven't seen the second season yet.
Yeah, it's good. It gets darker. It gets kind of wild.
Gets darker?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it gets kind of, yeah, if that's...
Wow, that's kind of like the Coen brothers get a little weird later on.
Yeah, I know.
I shall look forward to it. I really am taken with it. I think it's the most exciting piece of television I've seen in years.
Oh, you're very good.
And you are spectacular in it.
Thank you.
Anybody who knows anything about this show knows I don't do the cracking with actors, but you are really good.
Well, I appreciate
it. It was awesome. Cillian Murphy, everybody. We'll be right back.
Oh,
there's some harmonica.
Sweet. You can drum.
I'll drum. Well,
ooh, I like drumming. Here, do you like that? We both have drums. Given the thing. Do you like? Can you do this? You know, Mike Longo taught Benny Wallace this thing from Dizzy Gillespie. Here it is. Wait. Listen to it. It's. Well, what are you doing? Wait a minute. I'm D. It goes like this. Now listen. Now watch it. Now watch.